Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the BrosThinkBig podcast. This is the show where we talk about the simple and yet complicated ideas of self-improvement. Tune in and join us as we become the best versions of ourselves so that you guys can too. Remember to like and subscribe for more. Today, we brought in a really special guest, a fellow content creator, also known as the internet's #1 chef, Mr. Mogil. Come on through.
Let's go, Mr. Chef.
What you say you are a superstar, then have no fear.
It's not a coincidence that Michael was the most crisp, as I've known Michael since high school, right? We had the same computer class and everything, and he's been a good friend of mine ever since. We currently go to the same college, too. So it was really great for me to be able to connect with you, and I know you personally, so I can say that I have nothing but respect for the things that you've accomplished and you've gone out of your way to do. So I want to know, can you tell us a little bit about yourself first for the audience?
Yeah, so a little bit of my background. I detail cars. That's how I make money. I like to do content creating. I'm on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. I love to cook. I make cooking videos.
Mr. Chef.
Mm-hmm. I follow a couple influencers such as Bayashi. I don't know if you guys know them.
Another chef?
Cooking influencer?
I think so.
I've only heard of Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, it's this Asian dude. Whatever. Yeah, and
what are you like in college?
Yeah, I'm in college. I'm going for computer science.
Very different from your major, so.
It is. I have a lot of free time on my hands, so I decided to do YouTube. Definitely want to do YouTube for a very long time. Hopefully, after college, I want to do YouTube as well. But yeah, I just hit 10K followers. I'm still continuing my journey.
Let's go, bro. Nice.
Yeah.
Why'd you start your journey? Well, how early? How long?
It's been about 5 months, maybe 4 months.
That's awesome.
And how long have you been detailing for?
I've been detailing for about 3 years now.
Damn,
that is a long time.
Or 15?
Yeah, I detailed since I was 15 with my cousin.
Well,
and then
business at a young age, huh?
Correct, yeah.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about Ficker just asked. Why you started?
Why'd you want to start?
Where'd you get the idea from?
Yeah, I'm always...
It's the same question.
I'm always on TikTok looking at these other influencers. My brain is rotting as I'm watching them. I'm just thinking to myself, why can't I be the same person as they are? So I wanted to take on the challenge, and I wanted to make my own branding and make it something big, like the creators that I see online. They inspire me.
Like BrosThinkBig, or?
Like BrosThinkBig, yeah. I want to entertain people. I like making people laugh. That's part of my interest, making people laugh.
When you see things like brain rot out there, what do you think people are missing with their content?
I think the one problem. What do you mean by missing?
Like, as in, like you said, like there's a lot of brain rot out there, right? It's like, what are they missing for their content not to be brain rot, to actually be like beneficial and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think a big problem with what these social media platforms are posting is for example, they're posting how to be rich, like dropshipping 2024. They're showing you all these Lamborghinis. I see these all over Instagram. Young people driving Lamborghinis and private jets, having mansions. I think that's part of the brain rot. It's just getting people jealous,
right?
But not teaching them how to make it.
Right.
A lot of people are just trying to sell courses. I don't.
Not showing the bigger picture. They just show the good side, and you don't really see the realistic side of it, which is bad ups and downs.
They're just showing you the rewards, basically.
Exactly. Yep.
It's pathetic too, because a lot of the times that shit's just rentals. And not saying that it always is, but a lot of the times it is, just to gain followers and for you to go on the link in their bio, buy their course and whatnot. How about the initiative that you took to actually start the channel? Was it a daunting process where you were afraid?
Yeah, the first few videos that I posted were very cringy. I definitely got talked behind.
Everybody.
People talk behind back about. I know it. It's okay. I didn't mind. I don't really care.
Because people will do that regardless, you know.
Yeah. I just ignore it all.
Back and just support you on it, or
So,
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I had a few people. Yeah, a few people.
Switched up?
A few people told me what are you doing? Your content is weird. And then 2 months later, they're like, oh, can you film with me?
Right?
Yeah.
Crazy, the switch up.
Yeah.
That's fucked. That's actually fucked.
What was your first response to somebody coming at you with a hateful comment like that? Like, did you ever rethink about what you were doing or ever wanted to stop because of that?
No, I didn't rethink anything. I just told them, I'm just doing this for fun. I guess I know it's cringy. Some people from my high school told me that. I don't think much of it.
Do you know, like, my theory behind that too is because like, people say, like, okay, like, you're being, like, it's cringy, right? Because they kind of know you, right? But then, like, on social media, like, you kind of, like, especially, like, when we all make content, it's going to be cringy at first. But it's, like, we're all growing and stuff like that. It's, like, if you look at our videos, like, all of our videos, right, from a couple months ago, we probably think, like, oh, we got to cringe a little bit. Because, like, we grow, you know what I mean?
God,
but the people that watch our videos and hate, they all they see is, like, the old version of ourselves.
Yeah.
And now we're acting totally different. And that's why they cringe,
true.
because they see us acting in a way that's, like, totally different from how they viewed us. So that's why they cringe, you know what I mean? Because they think we're being fake. You know what I mean?
True. And normally people that think that you're cringy are your friends. It's never going to be that random person that you've never talked to. Because if you're friends with everybody, then everyone's going to be cringy on social media.
Right.
Because you only see what you see. But if you're their friends, then you know what they're really like in person, and then you compare it to what they're like on social media, and they're completely different, just like you said.
Yeah.
So were you able to just block out all the hate from the beginning? Like, even when before you posted, was there
Yeah,
a review that's like...
You even had your parents doubting you.
Yeah, my parents were questioning me. They definitely didn't like it. Also, they didn't like it because I made a big mess a lot of the time. And they just thought I was wasting my time. Because I do dedicate a lot of time towards it. Like, it could be 3 hours in a day. And I don't study. I really don't study much.
But don't you find that enjoyable, though? Like, what you do?
I get a lot of adrenaline from my...
You're like in a flow state almost?
Yeah.
Dude, that's the thing, too. Like, when people say, oh, that's a waste of time, that's fucking bullshit. Because how do they know? That could be, like, your task, like your flow state task. That could be your thing. But it's not their thing, right?
True. Yeah, no, it's different for everybody. I enjoy doing what I do. I wish it could be a career. It's not. Definitely more enjoyable than sitting at your computer studying for a math test. I can't do that.
Or consuming content. Consuming it. You're creating content.
Yeah. And the reason I started, by the way, is because I realized how much content I was consuming, like you said. I was learning from a lot. I was influenced. And I already knew so much in the back of my head what a good YouTube video looks like, how they edit their shorts. I already know. We all know all this information because we all watch content.
Yeah.
Creators. So I just wanted to make it my own.
That's great, dude, because like these things are either an opportunity that you can use to do exactly what you're trying to do, or like the downfall of you. Because if you just sit in your room all day and you consume, well, how about instead you create what you typically used to consume, right? But this way you can actually like make a source of income from it and enjoy what you're doing. Most importantly, you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to hear your FTE. What's what we call it, the fuck this event. Basically, your first post. Like, I'm sure it was in the back of your mind that you wanted to make content for a decent period of time. Could have been weeks, could have been days, could have been months. Yeah. But everybody has that before they actually post that first video.
That's a really good
So
point.
what was like that, fuck this shit, I'm just going to do it anyway?
The first post I had was when I was in my room. I was bored out of my mind after like 6 hours of screen time on TikTok.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
I went downstairs. I grabbed my first video. I grabbed a sandwich, and I wanted to learn how to make a loop. The first thing I wanted to do was learn how to edit something. Right. So I threw this sandwich behind my head into a window. That was my first short, and I ended up deleting it. But it got 700 views, which I was very happy with.
Oh yeah, I do remember something like that.
Yeah.
Your first video.
I don't know, it was cringy. I posted it all over my story. I was proud of it. I got the loop to work. And I was like, oh shit, like, why can't I make more videos like this? This is fun.
Right.
I got adrenaline from the post and from the views that I got. I only deleted it because it didn't match my content like 2 months later.
Yeah.
But then I went on to make long form videos where I actually made like meals. I cooked like a brisket. Like it was a long videos. They were so much more difficult, to be honest. And I was making maybe 200 views a video. And then I realized, like, what about shorts? Let me try posting on shorts. Because I know shorts perform a lot better. They're obviously much shorter, too.
Yeah.
I decided to post a few shorts, and shorts did a lot better. I went from 200 views to 2,000. It was a big
Dude, I
difference.
remember seeing your first couple videos and stuff.
Yeah.
They were getting, like, a lot of views. especially as a beginner, and they were very satisfying too. You were really doing something that the professionals already do. I'll be honest, like with like cutting it and then the camera switch. It was just short form content, and like you pretty much just made whole food in that 10-second video. So it's really nice.
Yeah, I enjoy improving.
I think they're really fun and creative, to be honest. So.
Yeah,
They're funny. They're definitely very funny.
Like I remember like when I first posted my first YouTube video, I was so nervous. Like I was like my heart was beating. I kept checking like the analytics to see if like anything would happen. Like you know that feeling like right in the beginning when you feel nervous, like you're like kind of scared to like
what are
post.
people gonna think?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Has that feeling gone away? Has it gotten better?
Not at all. Not at all. I still do it. Sometimes like I'm going to bed. I'm refreshing my YouTube every minute.
Dude, YouTube analytics is crack. Like
It is.
It's so addicting to go on.
It definitely gives you a lot of adrenaline.
Yeah, no, that's just you, bro.
It's
Send
so
me,
addicting, bro.
Send me.
Like in what way?
Like I keep checking it. Like
That's
I keep
just you.
checking it and like refreshing it just to see.
To see if it spikes up or something.
Yeah.
That's like it's just like the growth. Like he said, adrenaline. It feels good to see like the growth. Like you can actually see it. You know what I mean?
No, that's dopamine.
You can see the comments that pop up like right at that second. It's literally dopamine. It's not adrenaline. It's dopamine.
Yeah.
But you didn't do that from the beginning. You started doing that later. Is it because
Yeah,
You
doing it
did
later.
the first video. You said
No, in the beginning, I remember your first video had like 5 views. I remember
Yeah,
that. You
like, no
remember
views at all.
that?
No, in the beginning he didn't really care about analytics. He was saying that he
Yeah.
doesn't really mind. He doesn't check them. He doesn't really want to know.
But then, like after the
But,
fact, like
when
when,
it came-
things like when I first like posted like my winter arc video, that did good, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, it was just like it felt good. Like it felt good to see it all like go up
Right.
and stuff.
Of course it would. Wait, we keep drifting away from this question. So when you started, like, did you not have the voice in the back of your head that's like, people are gonna judge me for posting this? It's kind of scary. Like,
I did. The only thing I was worried about was posting something that was gonna get me in trouble. Honestly.
with
Learn from Roman.
Anything
Learn from Roman.
inappropriate. Yeah, I didn't want to post anything something that I thought would be inappropriate. I didn't want to post.
Oh shit.
When
How
I
did
was
you overcome that feeling?
when I was on vacation, I got drunk. The drinking age was 18, so I'm fine. And I went behind the tequila bar, and there was no one there, and I made a whole video. When I was drunk, I made like a tequila for my friend, and I posted it. My parents didn't mind. I guess it was legal. And that's how I figured, like, yeah, like, I'm not gonna get in trouble for this. Like, if the worst that could happen is you get canceled. Nothing. You're not gonna get kicked out of school.
People like, let's really think about it. Like, no one like really cares.
No
Like,
one cares, yeah.
not in like a bad way, but just like at the end of the day, people will care about their lives. The people like
Yeah.
they when they put their head on their pillow, all they're thinking about, you know what I mean, is what they're doing. Is what
Yeah.
they're about to do the next day. They don't really care if like you cussed in your video, you did something inappropriate.
don't.
Because they will forget about it, you know what I mean? But then the right people, like the people that actually like love your content, they'll stick around, you know what I mean?
They will. If they truly like your content, they will stick around. And like,
Always.
I don't have a huge fan base. I'm not huge on YouTube where it matters that much. I don't have to be as safe with what I do. But
Are there people who like constantly give you some kind of advice,
They do.
or like some kind of, I would say, comments on how you can improve feedback?
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
There's people that tell me like what they want to see me cook.
Right.
Um,
Because, dude, I see a lot of your comments. People are just telling you what to do next, and
Yeah.
you just get so many ideas.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
I
love my
wanted-
friends.
About the ideas, I wanted to hear about that because a lot of people struggle with, they're kind of running out. So how do you find your ideas? Is it through?
I use other influencers. Sometimes I'm driving in the car. I just think of it on my way home from school. The video that went viral on TikTok, I just thought of that 5 minutes before the video started.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Should guess the fast food restaurant?
Yeah, that
Yeah?
one. I was at Five Guys. I just thought, like, what could I do? Some like funny shit about Five Guys. So I just grabbed one of their bags. I didn't eat the French fries. I saved them for the video.
Oh, yeah.
So you just really gotta have a creative mind for it.
Yeah. I do spend some time thinking and brainstorming,
Yeah.
obviously, but.
Do you have any advice on how someone could achieve a more creative?
Yeah, I think the best idea is you subscribe to all the people that that you want to be like inspired by.
Right.
And you look at their videos, you get some ideas from them, and you tweak them a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
you
You
make
don't
it
copy
your
them one for one. People notice that. I learned that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just tweak it a little bit.
Yeah,
into
there's
your own
nothing
version.
wrong with
You make
like,
it your own, right?
You
Yeah.
no need to reinvent the wheel.
Exactly. Yeah. No need. That's just
Yeah.
unnecessary.
I learned that.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I learned that from I got a hate comment. Like one of my videos, I copied someone's like, it's called like thickest sandwich, where I made the sandwich and
I saw
I think I make like I have a butt. Someone people caught on to that. You copied Chef Tyler.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there's
But
not
did you
just coming
did you
down,
actually
like-
get an idea from him?
I did get his idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it bad to copy people though?
It's not bad to
I don't
copy.
think it's bad at
that's
all.
what business
Not at all.
is, dude. That's literally
You
what
learn
business
from them.
is.
You learn from it.
You do exactly what you said. You take from them and you tweak it a little bit. So
Yeah.
you modify
No,
your personality, your systems, your strategy into it.
And even if you don't tweak it, I don't think it's a big deal.
Dude, it's like having like an apprentice and like he copies what you do and then you get mad at him for copying you. Like, bro, that's
Yeah.
not how that shit works.
But
No, you should be happy. He's inspired by you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know, because like I see the argument that like, oh, we thought of it, it should be mine, but it's also
Are you
like,
okay, Josh?
It's fucking funny, dude.
What?
I
Thank you.
think
Thick
it's
as sandwich?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it.
I don't know.
I thought it was just gonna
Found
be a
Josh's
fat.
new
I
fetish.
thought it was gonna be a fat sandwich. Next thing you
Has a
see,
thick
Bro, I was gonna start looking into food porn now. Yeah, probably.
It's inevitable at this point.
That's not- okay.
It's inevitable. Anyways, wait. I'm actually curious. Why do you
35.
want to make cooking videos of all things?
I like to cook and I like to eat, and
Oh,
I like to entertain people. So I put that all together.
You know, one thing I will
What?
say that actually makes me cry is I've seen your videos where you like slap pieces of cheese on it and you
Oh.
fry it and you eat
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Why do you have
Dude,
to eat it?
right? We
I
were
get-
gonna say that.
Why do you
That's
have to, like,
crazy.
do it? That makes me cry.
That's
I'm
just
sorry, dude.
that's just something that I learned.
People like I know because those videos blow up. They do
Exactly.
better, right?
People
Yeah,
on
that's
YouTube
right.
like to watch strange things, unordinary things.
Wait, you know how do you look? You know on your videos when you take like 2 or 3 bites and then at the end it's just that little piece? Do you actually eat it until that little piece or do you cut it off so
Oh,
you don't have to
no.
eat all that garbage?
I bite it and I spit it into a trash bag.
Oh, okay.
I'm happy now. I'm happy. I would be upset if you ate the whole fucking like it's just pure
I
fucking
can't eat it.
sodium,
I can't eat
grease,
it.
and
I would
like
throw up.
yeah, good.
I would
I was
throw
gonna
Wait,
say.
I want to ask you a question. Do you think if you were to make healthier food, you would go as viral or people would like it more?
No,
Or-
not at
yeah,
all.
I was
Not at all.
gonna
my
say. I feel like people like seeing like the fast food type of food, like the
Yes.
recreation.
Colorful food.
Yeah, exactly. Like something that's unhealthy and just people crave right away, like pizza or.
Well, that's not
Uh,
great.
Dude, he's like it's
What?
talking Americans. Of
Yeah.
course they like that shit more. Seriously, like that's.
Sometimes not even crave though. Like cheese and bologna. Like I made a cheese stack with 100 slices.
Holy
No one's
shit.
craving that. I ate
Well,
it.
not those type of stuff, maybe, but
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I made that
Cheese steak. Did you eat it? You said you eat
I
it.
acted like I ate it.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't eat it.
what's the weirdest thing you've made?
Thickest
I made pig ears. Pig ears were weird. I made
I saw that video. I saw that video. I saw that video.
that was an interesting
That was-
video. I made
yeah.
I cut open a squid and I made it comar. That was a good video though.
oh yeah, that one was nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
like,
Oh, I got you.
yeah, you're doing good. No, I was actually curious on why you want to do cooking videos.
Oh yeah, no. That's,
Yeah.
Do you like to clean up?
No, not at all. Sometimes I don't clean up. That's where my mom comes in.
You just like leave the pans in the dish, like
Yeah.
in the sink.
Yeah, everything's in the sink. Sometimes it's on the counter.
So how do you go about improving your channel?
Posting a lot more consistently, definitely. I try to post every other day. Definitely listen to the audience, what they want to see, and learning off my analytics is a big one.
Do you have like set rules for yourself? Like make sure you post today and have a certain title for it or something like that?
No, I just think of that on the spot, honestly. But I definitely need to start.
Yeah, because
Thinking
that
beforehand.
helps you stay disciplined, right? That's always
Yeah.
a good idea.
Yeah.
Did you notice any type of pattern with like when you post and all that kind of stuff like consistently? So say on Mondays you post at 5 o'clock and Tuesdays
Yeah, that's
like
a
the
big
same
one
time
too.
or like
So
different.
with that, I noticed short term it does not matter at all. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter what you can post at 3 in the morning. I mean, short term it won't matter. Long term is what matters the most. Short term you can get 2,000 views if you post at the right time, but who cares about 2,000 views when you can get a couple million?
Right.
That's gonna happen all long term, I think, in my opinion. That's what happens to me at least.
Yeah.
I can post a video at 2 in the morning. Whatever, in the morning it'll have 400 views. I'll be very upset. I want to delete the video, and then 3 days later it can get like another like 5,000 views.
Dude, that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it never matters for short term.
I was
That's what I
there.
learned.
I think that's such bullshit. I promise you, the time you post is not what's gonna separate a thousand view video and like a 10,000 view video. That just makes no sense. Honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
Just make sure that the core of the content is good. You know, it's valuable, it's entertaining,
and then that's all that matters. Like the time you post, like how does it?
But Sash, I hit peak hours.
Fuck you. Of course. They're like seriously, like that's what people.
Remember
But you're more
Tim-
consistent with when you post on your channel, or on your like
like the
whatever it is, like Instagram or TikTok.
To set rules.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
You're
yeah,
more
yeah.
consistent with yours. So I feel like whatever you're posting, or whether that's TikTok, YouTube, whatever, kind of notices the algorithm that you post your videos on, and it's just a loop. I don't know. I guess I see what you're also saying, but I feel like those times still have a little effect on it that can, lead up to something
Yeah.
big.
What do you think about it, Michael? You have YouTube, right?
Yeah, you have YouTube
What was the
too.
question?
What do you think about posting at?
Do you think there's a specific time, and obviously like not posting that video or like the same video?
It really just depends, because like if it's a good video, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But if you really want to be consistent, I posted my YouTube videos at the same time.
Yeah.
Whenever I post them. Why I do that? Because I think the algorithms do keep you on track with that. If they see you like it's the same time, over and over and over.
Yeah,
but
kind of picks up some kind of consistency.
I don't know.
I wouldn't be stressed about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You can't be stressed
that's not
about
like-
it.
But I would like set it as like a discipline. Okay, like I have to do it at this time. I have to. Like deadlines are really good. I
Exactly.
truly believe, because you
yeah.
just like building discipline. You know what I mean? You have to post at this time.
That's why I would imagine it. So that way you set rules for yourself, like,
Right.
so that you can stay more consistent. Maybe the algorithm picks up on it. To be honest, I'm not educated on the algorithm at all.
It doesn't. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, just
make
good
good
content
content.
as good as you can, and then
Good content is going to get
Exactly.
you
I think
farther.
that's a better idea, to make content.
Yeah.
I believe the algorithms can pick up on good videos. Algorithms
Definitely.
are smart enough.
Absolutely.
They have enough data for
Well,
all that.
Absolutely.
If a video's not doing well, it's not going to promote it. As simple as that.
Exactly.
The whole intention of the algorithm is to keep people on.
Yeah.
What makes
Not
a
gonna
good
do that
video
every
for
time.
you?
Definitely.
That's a good question. I like that question. What is the?
That is a good question.
Yeah.
Definitely a video that. One thing I noticed,
Uh-huh.
the song matters a lot in the video.
Really?
The song is definitely a big one, and to have the splits of the video line up with the beat is a big deal.
Right.
Well, I never guessed
especially
that.
for
Well, yeah,
you.
that
What do you
makes
mean by
sense.
the audio? Is very. You mean in terms
So,
of
like,
the
for-
right one, or you?
Yeah, the right audio for the right video, but also, like, for example, like, when you have, like, a slap effect, like, a lot of my stuff is, like, ASMR sounds. A slap effect has to match up with a beat.
Right.
With a beat drop.
Or sometimes you have to lower the music and increase the
Yes.
actual slap.
Yeah.
So they hear it more.
Everything has to line up perfectly. Yeah.
Do you find the music first and then make the video off it, or?
Yes, I actually do. I think of I listen to the music in the car, and then I usually think of the video idea to the song in the car.
Damn. Dude,
that
I would
is-
have never
that's hard,
guessed
yeah.
that. Yeah, I was
Dude,
literally
when being
never
a
guessed
creative, dude, it's like you spend like most of your
Yeah.
time thinking about how to make
It
a good
does.
video, and it takes up a lot of time. You know what I mean?
How do you think of your ideas?
Like I literally have to sit down and think. You know what I mean? Or it's like I have an epiphany. Like I usually in the shower when I'm driving, like you said. Like the thought just comes up. It's like, oh, what if I just do this? Or like when you're watching other people's content, you kind of see how to like twist it into your own way. It's so fun.
Well, what is your genre of content?
Just self-improvement.
Self-improvement.
That's like the big umbrella of what it is right now. But I was gonna say, like for example, when you're talking about editing and like how like the emotion, like the music and stuff, emotion plays a huge part, right?
Definitely.
Because with music, what like this, it kind of makes. It
No,
kind
it
of
changes my whole
It
attitude.
mixes our
bro.
emotions and
Yeah,
stuff
it
like
changes
that.
my whole attitude.
Dude, if a video is not about logic, it's about emotion. It's about catching someone's emotion and, you know what I mean, like making them feel something. Because when they're scrolling and shit, bro, and like, you know what I mean, they're just like a zombie, they want that video to like kind of bring emotion, whether good or bad.
And some people will click off if it's a song that they don't like,
Yeah.
and definitely if it's a repetitive song, they're gonna click
Shit,
off.
because I used to, when we were editing clips,
Yeah.
I would always throw in like the Andrew Tate Sigma song,
Oh,
which
no.
was like the trendy as fuck at the time.
I
So
remember it
thought-
was.
Yeah, I would like always throw that in because I thought it'd be funny as fuck.
Yeah.
And that's like the most.
Dude, now that I
repetitive
think
song.
about it, your videos did include a lot of those songs. Yeah.
Did that repetitive song blow up? The video blow up?
We never did. I don't think we ever did that really. Like we never really picked music and we were like, this is what we're gonna use on most of our videos. We never had that.
No, never.
It's just kind of like what meshed on our video. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the two things.
Yeah.
They have to.
Like if we're talking about something motivational, obviously we can't put something that's
You
like
can't
sad
put
music.
Snowfall, you
Or if it's the other way around.
One time, Georgie, if Georgie's watching this, Georgie, I don't know if you remember.
Oh my
You
God.
put like circus music in the background.
Did he?
Yeah, seriously. Like
that was
like
that
things
was
like that just don't hit.
That was not it.
Dude, like editing videos is like that's like a flow test for me sometimes. Like when like I have a project that I really want to create, it's like I want to make it so it's like from a viewer's perspective, not just from my perspective. You know what I mean? I want to make it so like, oh, this emotion appears here, and then when they watch this part, they feel this, and then this part will catch them. It's like when you make a video, it really is just like a piece of art. You know
that takes a lot of skill. Ever since I started YouTube, I've had so much respect for all creators who know how to edit. Yeah, who know how to edit and make videos like that and create their ideas. It's really impressive.
Yeah.
And I think what's really interesting about YouTube is you can really see how people change over time, how their videos change and how they improve. I think that's something really interesting about YouTube.
It's like a documentary, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It is, yeah.
I think like a rule that we have for this podcast is that we're always going to leave up our very first video, just to see people like how much we've changed over the journey. Because you click on it, first of all, you can't see shit. we were like Logan, like I haven't watched it.
You haven't gone that far back. First of all, it took us 2.5 months to work on making it the most beautiful setup,
and it looked like that. So like that's why I was a little upset earlier when you had said that you deleted your first video, the one with the sandwich, because I always
it's in my drafts.
Yeah, I get it, but I think it's always a great idea to have like one of the first videos you've ever created up there, just so in case like people ever scroll down and look at your video and they're like, oh my god, this video is shit. It kind of gives them the same motivation. Like, he started at this, like a shitty video. That's what ours is going to be like. And then all of a sudden he has all these followers. Well, if this is the case, then I can clearly just start. What Mr. Beast says is that you, if you want to get to like 1 million subscribers, post whatever, right? And then the best way to improve it is just every single time you post, you think, what's one way I can improve this video? Whether that's in the title, whether that's in the audio, whether that's in the cooking for you, or whether that's in the way you stitched it, or who you stitched it to, or maybe you need a reaction to a comment. Like, there's so many different things. Like, editing has such a vast variety of things that you can like really improve on. Like, it's almost never ending. How do you go about editing clips, actually?
I use YouTube for as a resource to learn how to edit. But I was wondering, were you guys happy with your first podcast? How did that go for you?
We were so excited.
Yeah, we have a video. I remember it was like,
we were like screaming when we posted the first post.
No, who was it? I think it was Sash who counted how many likes and ums we said.
Yeah, I did.
Was that the first or second video?
First. I think it was one of the 5.
Or did Mike count those? Who did that?
No, I did.
Oh, you counted? Okay, yeah.
Sasha came in all business-like and was like, you said this, and then you said this. We gotta stop
It was a 15-minute
episode.
15-minute podcast, and I think there was over 160.
106.
106.
Yeah.
Likes. We said like 106 times. If you do the math, that's let's do 60 seconds.
Right now. It might not be the first one. It could be one.
I saw that.
It is the very first one.
It is?
Yeah. But I'm very proud of that
like
video.
7 likes every minute.
Yeah, I also am proud of it.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Because if not that video, dude, like this video wouldn't be possible, you know what I mean? Because it started from that. That was like the first ever video.
Exactly.
And a lot of people liked it, so.
Do you think you guys acted differently in that first video than you did in this video right now?
Yeah.
So much.
Acted?
Dude, oh my god. Well, yeah, we did, like, it wasn't, yes, we did.
He said, do you think you acted different? Not like acting, acted as in like acting.
From the bat, I don't think I was.
Maybe
you're a
not
performer.
so much.
What?
You're a performer.
Maybe not so much like acting, but we were like treating it like it's a fucking project for school.
We were definitely more professional. Now we're more
we weren't laid back at all.
Yeah.
We were like, I'd argue that we were all camera shy.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is natural. It's natural.
It is very natural.
Look at us
It's
now. We're fucking camera shy.
And I'm camera shy.
You think you are?
Very.
Really?
Even with content creating it.
Wow.
I would say.
How do you think
stop, dude? Just stop.
I was gonna be like you. Look at you.
Where does it come from? What do you think?
Why in the stage?
What do you think? Where does that come from?
Yeah.
I think the content I produce is not much like this.
Right.
Maybe I can say the same line and record it 8 times and still not have it perfect. With podcasting, you kind of have to do it all like as good as you can the first time. I think that's the difference.
And it's more natural too, but for your type of videos, you kind of have to put an act to it too, you know? Just kind of play a different persona too to make people laugh.
Definitely.
You know,
Yeah.
to be honest, the only advice I would really be able to give is just to put in the repetitions for it. Because everyone's going to say, like, just pretend like the camera's not there, but it's not that easy. When I was told that, I don't know which one of you guys told me that at first, like, actually, I think it was Roman that told me. He was like, yeah, like, I was watching your podcast, and you're a little too camera shy. Just pretend like it's not there. It's not that fucking easy. It's try imagine you're there. Well, the light's still fucking beaming at me, and so is the camera angle.
And you know it's recording you.
But over time, like, that's when I kind of threw it away, which is why I think you just need to, like, put in more repetitions. I don't know, like, guys, what other advice?
You just have to get comfortable in your own skin, to be honest, like, when the camera's
That's
recording
what I think it is, right? Like, you just have to know that you're showing your best self. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, like I said, like, when I watch, like, some of my old videos, like I was a different person, right? Like, I wasn't really, like, I didn't know who I truly wanted to be. You know what I mean? And when you know who you truly wanted to be, like, you walk through life with this, like, unwavering confidence. Like, you just, not like in an ego type of way, but you just, like, feel so comfortable in your skin. You know what I mean?
It's a good way to put it.
And also, too, it's like, dude, like, people, we're all gonna die. Like, that's how I think about it. Like,
Yeah.
like genuinely, like, whatever I put out there, like I said, people are just gonna forget. You know what I mean? And it's people that did
Very
hate,
true.
they're, like, well, they're gonna die, I'm gonna die, you know what I mean? So,
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was going to say.
the
Spot
world
on
is
right there.
temporary, you know what I mean? So, it's like,
At what point everyone's gonna take
Everybody who's ever judged you one day will pass away.
That's
It
very
all doesn't
true.
matter at that point, right?
Very true.
everyone has a say, everyone has an opinion. People just, like, they think, like, you mean, they throw out their hate comment, and they think, like, they just somehow feel better about it. I don't know, like, I'm still trying to understand
You can't
why
let-
people hate, though. Like,
You can't
that's
let
so-
somebody else stop you from doing what you want to do.
Exactly, you're not gonna set some stranger that doesn't know you.
Yeah.
They just see a 60
You don't even know what they
second
look
clip.
like.
They don't know at you at all.
Yeah.
You know, it's
You know what I
also
mean?
good advice. You see a camera, it is what it is. Just be you, bro. It is like,
Exactly.
It is all, like, we made a clip about this, like, 95, like, people think about themselves 95% of their day, and, like, the other 4.99 is literally just their closest friends and family.
Yeah.
So, like, that's not even, like, a concern in the first place. I brought this up
I
in
think
so
about
many
Mogil
different-
90% of the day.
Thank you.
Maybe.
Thank you.
Oh, Mo. I bring this up in a lot of podcasts, but it's the idea that if you were walking across the street and someone goes, "That blue hair is so fucking ugly," well, you don't have blue hair, so you would just ignore it, right?
I probably would. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
I would
right?
definitely ignore it,
Definitely.
yeah.
So why does it got to be any different? Why would you ignore it though? Just because it's a random
I wouldn't
guy?
ignore it. I would laugh at it.
Yeah, you'll laugh at it, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
But why? Because it's a random guy. You don't even know who it is.
Exactly.
He probably thinks he's just a fucking idiot.
That there's
right?
no, yeah.
Exactly.
It's just very random.
So realistically, what's the difference between someone going on your video commenting, "Yeah, this shit sucks," that you don't know, probably just another fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
I don't care. I like the hate comments. I ask people to hate comment. When somebody gives me a hate comment, I'm happy. I like reading them. I think they're entertaining.
I love that. I actually love that.
No, yeah, we laugh at hate comments all the time.
I
That's
know.
funny.
It's nice to other people do it too.
Some people get emotional over it, but you can't.
It's not personal.
Yeah, I think you can't be a YouTuber, a long-time YouTuber, and take that stuff emotionally.
That's true.
You gotta learn to ignore it.
Not really ignore, just, like, take it and just, like, I mean, let it fly
Yeah,
through
yeah.
you.
Some people don't even turn on their
Like
comments.
how you shit. Just eat it, consume it, let it go.
Dude,
Extract
Dude, that's
something
a good
good out of that
It is.
negativity, and
How
then
did
just
you
use
think
it
of
as a
that? How did
fuel.
you just think of that, Josh?
Yeah,
it's like, it's almost like one ear out the other.
It's Josh, man. Just that's all
it
you gotta
is.
say.
It's a perfect
I don't know,
analogy.
yeah.
You consume it, let it just in your body cool, and then you fucking shit it out.
I
He's
don't.
actually going somewhere with this. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
Actually,
exactly.
I think that should be the next quote
You
of the day.
consume the hate comment. Doesn't bother you. Like, you're not thinking about shitting. You're not
Wait,
like.
why does he actually be
hurts up.
thinking about this?
No, but it's true.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
You consume it, it's just in your body, like, so what? And then you just forget about it. Shit's out.
That's crazy to
It's
me.
so valid. I
It's true,
know.
It's true.
I don't know. You're giving me big problems. You think it's just classic Josh?
Yes.
Yes.
But it is though. It is though. Like, that's not the type of example that somebody else would come up with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I said it's classical Josh.
Classical Josh.
You just have such a creative.
I'm not a
mind, Josh.
musician, bro.
What do you guys think about it when people say they don't have time for the? Let's say they don't have time for the gym. A lot of people say they don't have. I asked them, like, why don't you start a YouTube channel? I don't have time. That's always the answer.
Yeah, that's not my problem.
It's not that they don't have time; they don't want to make time.
That's exactly what I think.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
It's
not
a matter of
my
priority.
priorities.
It's a matter of priority. It's always
Jinx.
priority. Yeah, you said that?
Yeah, great minds think alike.
Oh, that was really
I know,
good.
it's
That
Really
was really
crisp.
good.
Really
I think the screen time really shows how much time you have.
Screen time?
Yeah, screen
That's low-key
time
facts.
on TikTok and all those apps. I mean, I like making YouTube videos, but I am against being on YouTube scrolling for hours.
Right.
I do think it's not good for you, and there's definitely things that you can do that you don't do that people just give you excuses for.
Yeah.
And everyone does it. I do the same thing.
It's a great thing that you condone that too. Like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna what you're creating is something that's gonna grab like a fucking laugh out of someone. Like, you am I really gonna sit here and say that's a bad thing to anybody? No, of course not. Like, you can't say that either. Like, someone's gonna find your videos and they're gonna enjoy it. Like,
Yeah.
so. But I guess what I'm trying to here is that regardless of if other people think it's a bad thing or whatnot, if you like, there's always. Let's say 1,000 people watch it, right? There might be like 50 fucking haters that will comment on it, but there's also going to be 950 people that liked it, just didn't comment. Like, it's all of a perspective thing, to be honest.
I want to hear. We were touching up on this before the podcast, which is the idea of starting early. You were telling me about. I just want you kind of advocate that and speak on that matter of not waiting.
Yeah, I think.
And especially your prediction for the future. I want you to.
Yeah, I think the earlier you do anything, the better. Earlier you open up a business, the better. There's no wrong time to start anything. The earlier, the better, 100% of the time, in my opinion. Of course, there's special scenarios. But my theory is that over time, things get harder to do. Content creating gets harder to do. It gets harder to open up businesses. More inflation happens. I think it's better to start earlier than later, 100% of the time. That's why I decided when I was making my YouTube channel, start the second I thought of it. And that day, that's when I got hooked into wanting to make more videos.
You also said something about your prediction about people in 10 years. I want to hear. Tell them. I think it's very interesting.
Yeah, I think every year, people's brains just rot more and more. Every year on their phones. Computers, Xboxes, whatever. I think, like 10 years from now, the brain is going to be rotted times 10, basically, in my opinion. I think...
dumbing us down.
Yeah. I see everybody being on the Apple Vision Pro. You know what that is?
I feel like a lot of people will be on it.
Just looking at content all day, scrolling, like this, whatever this is. Just looking at videos 24/7. That's my prediction, at least.
I hope you're right. It's so easy to be great.
He's right.
So easy to be great.
It is.
So easy to be great nowadays.
That is funny.
Let
me ask you something.
Don't have a competition, bro.
Kids in your life?
What if it becomes so normalized that you will be one of them?
I'm an Omega.
Like maybe a younger brother, a younger sister, or
I have a younger sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How often is she on her phone?
I would say it's around seven hours a day.
Yeah, and it's honestly the same for my younger brother.
Yeah.
Dude, they are the most fucked because their brain's because they're starting to.
They're very young. Yeah.
When I got my first phone when we were like 10, and it was like a flip phone.
Yeah.
Right? For them, their brain rot has already started.
And what do you think?
That shit's an exponential, like just like everything else. That's exponential. So for us, ours is just like everyone else. Our curve is also exponential, but we stop right here. They're gonna stop right here because that shit accumulates and it like.
And what do you think the next generation of kids is gonna do?
Oh, fuck me, man.
That's where like
They're gonna be going
we
around
just
with
made the
hoverboards.
cut, bro. Like our generation, like we just made
That's
the cut.
okay facts. They're gonna be called
becoming
GPT.
iPad kids. That's okay facts. But there's also like the next generation is gonna bring up some next brilliant kids that are gonna think of like some new technology.
Dude, no. Here's how it's gonna be. The next generations, it's gonna be more like one way, more on the other. It's gonna be more divided. It's not gonna be like in the middle. You either have people who are smart and who are excelling, or people who are just literally just brain rotted humans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you'll be one or the
You
other.
either have that mindset or you have the other.
And the way to be the smarter side.
Is to watch Bros Think Big.
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah.
No, I think parents need to do a better
sorry,
job
sorry,
on
sorry.
that, not giving the kids the phones and
Yeah.
stuff. At least regulate it.
Dude, if that was me,
I
and
personally don't think a kid needs a phone until they're probably 10 and
I was gonna
plus.
say 13,
Never.
honestly.
More.
I was gonna say
at least just a phone that they will be able to call home or any type of emergency, and that's it.
I
Dude,
think
911.
I think
Home
a kid
or
doesn't need
that's it.
food till they're 10.
you're different.
See, that's when I would say typical Josh.
Yeah, guys, go Josh.
That is typical Josh.
Dude, wait, that's actually like facts.
And don't give him water either.
Think about it.
Josh. Yeah.
Think about it. Fast, bro.
Dude, just think about
keep
it.
talking about fasting, right?
What were you saying before?
I think social media is getting worse and worse on the generations.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Social media
Dude,
is a
my
big
bro,
problem.
dude,
kids in elementary school. Do you guys
we have
remember?
speaking evidence.
Yeah. Well, do you guys remember?
What do you guys do about
elementary
it?
school? How we had fucking like if you cussed, you're getting in big trouble, right? And I learned my first like cuss word, I think when I was like 6th grade. Honestly, there are 7-year-olds saying this shit, and bro, I don't even want to tell them the story that Tim told us.
No, tell them.
I don't even know if it's true. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Bro, so there's like a 4th grader, right? They were playing football. He jukes him
how we
out.
were thinking about the exact same
Yeah,
thing.
he jukes him out. He starts talking shit. You can't guard me, and the person that he juked out was a black guy supposedly, and he goes, "You can't guard me." N-word with the hard R too. Like you're in 4th grade and you know what that is.
10 years
Honestly,
old.
Yeah, you're fourth
That's
grade. Like I
Because
seriously.
of social media, bro.
Fucking insane.
You just
bro.
see everything.
Yeah, it really is. I don't believe it's because of the parents. I don't believe it's anything
Well,
else. It's
it
just
has
strict.
to be part of it.
Obviously, because the parents didn't take away the phones, but the parents aren't the ones saying these words in front of them. It's obviously like they're getting this shit from their phones.
Queso,
Buddy.
one of our brother's favorite
Influencer,
Queso.
which isn't a problem. He finds them entertaining. That shouldn't be a problem. He's a young kid.
Wait,
He
who's
can have fun.
who's Queso?
Queso's a fat ginger
He's
that
the fat-
gets
yeah,
made fun
he
of
plays
for being
video
fat.
games.
Mm-hmm. He's like a Twitch streamer.
He's 2K, yeah. He's really big on 2K.
It's okay
NBA
for a kid to look up to that kind of person or just watch them.
No,
as
yeah,
a-
just
as a-
looking up
Just
to
to think it's entertaining. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're a
What,
kid.
just to laugh
Yeah,
at
why?
it?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
at this,
Comment.
like
in a laughing way.
condescending way.
Yeah.
He finds it funny.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Why would you want somebody as a kid to watch
Dude,
that type of person and laugh
these
at the
fucking
comments?
streamers
that other people
are-
write?
Obviously, that's not ideal, and obviously, that's not what I want him to be watching.
Right.
But that doesn't mean I'm going to say it's
Dude,
a
like-
bad thing. He finds it entertaining, and that's okay. He's a kid. Am I going to
Wait,
tell
is
him?
if it's not a good thing, how is it not a bad thing?
Well, there's always a silver line in between.
Okay, what is the silver line?
The silver lining is that he's still young and that he's learning to enjoy things, which is completely fine.
Is that a thing to enjoy though?
If someone enjoys it, yeah.
So
It's obviously not
if your brother Kenny's
ideal
like,
for me.
I enjoy smoking weed. What'd you say? He just enjoys that.
I'd
He's
tell you, I'd
just a
say,
kid.
yeah, no, I'd say, no, you shouldn't be into that. The same thing. I'm not, guys.
But what if he finds it enjoying?
I'm not promoting watching Queso
I say you.
But you're
you
also
sit down
not
with him
saying
and be
it's a
like,
bad
yo,
thing,
listen, like, this
and you
shit's
shouldn't
great.
do much about it.
Because he's a kid. You find a fucking kid's gonna find like weed and all that at 10 years old? No, of course not. No,
Dude,
But
you'd
if
be
it's
fucking
on your-
Dude, you'd be
bro.
surprised.
No
There
way.
are some.
I
young-
don't believe it.
You'd be surprised.
don't
bro.
believe it.
Don't be that
Well,
naive,
you-
bro.
Really?
Like, you'd be surprised.
You think so?
Yeah, you can say you don't believe it, but then it might happen, and then you're gonna have to believe it
Dude,
one
I
way
see
or
a
another.
fucking baby, fucking vaping on like fucking Instagram.
Well, smoking weed and watching like an influencer on YouTube are not comparable.
smoking, whatever.
Yeah, but in watching a YouTuber,
Dude, like,
obviously they're not good. But can you compare those two on
dude,
the
like
same
literally
severity?
watching a streamer is equivalent to watching like a jester, watching like a clown. Literally just like jump around and make fun of himself.
Very true.
Yeah.
It's literally the same exact
Very
thing,
true.
bro. You're literally just watching someone like depreciate. What's it called? I think the word's depreciate themselves,
Use
right?
Speed as an example.
Yeah.
I show Speed.
Yeah, they do that
Jesse.
type of stuff like on purpose. They know that they're gonna get made fun of. They know that they're gonna get reposted, and then that's gonna attract them more views. All that kind of stuff. Some of them really do that for that purpose, dude. So they make money. They don't care if somebody like, what's it called, is influenced by them in a negative way, as long as they make the money and stuff. So you wouldn't want your brother to watch somebody like him.
Yeah,
And
of
here's
course,
the
I
thing:
don't
when,
want
if
him
you
to.
were
I said that.
look, we realize this stuff more because we're older, right? When
Yeah.
we reflect more than those kids. So when you were younger, would you want somebody to give you the advice that they probably didn't when you were that age? And they were just like, it's okay? Would you rather want them to be like, hey, it's not okay, I think you should do this and that? So you kind of have to take that same example, and then you have to be that person for your brother who he would like for somebody to tell him, hey, I think it's not a good idea to watch this guy, or, you should do something about it. That's who he's going to appreciate more in the future. Maybe not now, but in the future, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm like,
Especially
I said, it's
since
not ideal.
most of the kids are doing this kind of
But
stuff.
from a psychology perspective, when I was in AP Psych, I learned about this thing, right? And I even used my mother as an example. Kids, my mom, I'll use my mom, right? She was not allowed to have soda whatsoever when she was younger, right? It was just taken away from her. It was strict. I don't want my kids to have soda or whatnot. But what did that lead to? It just led to my mom, when she was an adult, because she's never touched soda in her life. She got so curious, and then she just started consuming because it was so good, right? You have to be real with kids. You have to really understand the psychology to them, because they're so impressionable. They're young. They don't know who to listen to, right? They don't know what to do, which is, of course, normal. When I was 10 years old, I was playing video games just the same way, right? What can I say? I'd go back in time and say, I wish I was doing this instead. Yes, but also no, because if I did, then I wouldn't be where I am today.
Exactly,
of course,
yeah.
Right? So it's a whole psychology thing. You have to deal with kids differently. Of course, I don't want to see my kid fucking watching K-Soda.
But here's the thing: when you say it's okay, nothing's wrong with it if they find it funny, I feel like that's when you're wrong.
But is that what I said? I said.
Well, you said if they find it funny,
if he's fine, let him enjoy it. Let him enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's wrong. No, I don't.
All right.
He's a kid.
Well, he is a kid, but you can always do something more to, try to teach him something that you already know. Here's the thing: how do you truly believe that type of content is actually garbage, like straight up garbage?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay. It is garbage. If you do, then why? Like, what are you doing in your most power to stop it?
Because
rather than saying he's just a kid. He just enjoys it.
Because through a psychology perspective, what is most likely
to happen? But that wasn't your example. No. That wasn't your reason at first. Your reason at first was he's just a kid. What if he enjoys it?
Listen, from a psychology perspective, if I were to take it away, straight up, what's going to happen when he's 18? You can't watch streamers right now. When he's 18, he's going to go right onto streamers.
I never said take it away completely. But your first reasoning was if he enjoys it, let him enjoy it.
Yeah, because he's a kid. He'll learn. Exactly.
All right.
That's just my way of taking it. What would the other option be? No, don't enjoy it. Don't enjoy it. That's me saying take it away.
It's like, here's the thing. That's the thing. I was saying this last time too. We think kids are not as smart as we think they are. Mm-hmm. We just think that they don't think as smart as they actually do.
They absolutely do.
And if you actually sit down with them and have a serious conversation as you would with me, that somebody you're trying to help, they will understand it. Mm-hmm. If you do this multiple times, like really explain to them realistically what's going on and all that kind of stuff, they will understand it. It doesn't have to be, hey, let me take the phone away and you don't watch them. It's not going to teach them anything. It's the same way that last time when we brought up, if you slap a kid and don't tell them why you did that, they will never understand the lesson. So when you sit down with them and you tell them, this is why it's bad, this is what it can lead to, and this is an alternative. An alternative is the best option. You can offer them something better. And then when they find those two options and stuff, and eventually it's like a grain of salt kind of thing. Like you're just, just telling them one thing one day and then another, and eventually you're planting seeds, good seeds, and it's going to grow and, it's going to appreciate.
But can I ask you, what's going to teach them better? Me sitting down, having that conversation with them, or them finding it out themselves?
I found that a lot of what happened in my childhood is because I found it myself.
You can't limit them to the point where you don't give them the ability to learn from their own mistakes and from themselves. However, you can't also, just kind of make it an exception. Okay,
of course,
I think it's okay to do this, and it's just what kids do, or like let them have fun and stuff. Because there are some things that are just. They think it's fun, but in reality, it's not fun. It's the same thing as drugs. Like somebody trying to drug, it's fun at the moment for them, but in reality, when you think about it, what happens to you when you get addicted, it's not fun anymore at all.
I'll tell you right now, if you were to have kids and you told them, I don't want you to eat sweets, I don't want you to do this because that's fun and you can't do that, you're only going to create resentment. You're only going to create that. Well, you just said something about having fun or whatnot, and like, you can't do this because this is having fun or whatnot. If you don't let your kids do that, you're only going to create resentment.
You explain to them why it's not healthy.
And so, like, in other words, saying, you explain to them why this is bad, so you can't have fun. That's only going to create resentment.
But that's the thing, though. We also have to think about what the topic that we're talking about. Let's stick to that same idea with streamers, right? And what they do. Like, say, Speed. Young guys watching Speed and they find it funny. Like, say, your brother, right? I feel like that's the type of thing that you have to try your best to drive them away from that person.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're not healthy. Yeah, eventually. But if you just say, it's kind of like subjective to what they find funny, and it's okay if they learn from their mistakes, and that is a good thing. They will learn from their mistakes eventually, but sometimes it's too late. So you have to intervene at the right time, and you have to try your best to drive them away from you, especially when it's your family member. Yeah. We're not just talking about friends. You're a brother, so it's a very, very different story.
That's
very different.
You're right. It definitely
and it's all coming from your heart too.
Like
if you really honestly want the best for him, he will always find a way to do something that's very pure, and find some kind of strategies to how to talk to him. You know him better than I do. So my approach with him, if I were to sit down and talk to him, might not be better than yours because you know him personally.
Yeah.
He's your brother. And he would listen to you more than he would listen to me, let's say, right? So when you take those two things and you add them together, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, and I absolutely agree. You should stop him before it is too late. But I'll tell you right now, it's not too late. He's 10 years old. Let me ask, what were you doing when you were 10 years old? I can say that because I know I did the same exact things when I'm 10, and look at me now.
Playing video games in my room.
Okay, what were you doing when you were 10 years old?
Playing Xbox in my basement.
What were you doing when you were 10 years old?
Beating my dick.
Is he allowed to say that?
No, he's not supposed to.
What were you doing at 10 years old?
Yeah, what were you doing at 10 years old?
That was my whole life.
Yeah, and you threw in video games, of course.
I wasn't playing.
So here's
here's
the thing with me too. Like I never really grew up as a kid who played a lot of video games, or I was involved in sports and all that kind of stuff. Hung out with friends, played sports. I was pretty much hanging out with friends and doing like different activities than something that involved phone and all that kind of stuff. So my experience is a little different from like this generation or everybody else, but it still doesn't change the fact that I wasn't aware of some of the things that we would do. Because when you're hanging out with a bunch of 10 years old, like you don't really, there's really nobody to tell you, okay, this is a better way, because you all just encourage each other to do, messed up stuff. But it's just, I think it's just better to do things outside of your phone and mess up than do things like sitting down and consuming garbage content. Yeah. Like you would rather go out and experience life and make a mistake there than do something like sitting on your phone or like playing video games all day, that kind of stuff.
But keep in mind, yin and yang. It's because that me and Josh always let him go outside, and we see, dude, he plays with his friends like almost every day, because he doesn't like the father figure, all that shit, right? So all he does is he goes outside and plays with his friends. Occasionally he'll play on the Xbox. If I were to take that away, then he's more likely to play on his Xbox. So it has to be a little bit of freedom. But you're absolutely, like what you said is absolutely
that's true.
I agree.
Both of you are right.
Yeah. No, it was just a good conversation. We took the spotlight away from
exactly.
him.
Exactly. You selfish pricks.
Okay, fucking
dude, what? Michael was literally involved in this conversation.
What's next in terms of your goals?
I obviously have to put school first. According to my parents, I don't want to. Gotta focus on school probably. That's my major, computer science. That's what I gotta chase. But my side chase will be YouTube. Do it.
Why you? Oh fuck! Oh, you made a mistake. I hear that a lot, bro. Like, why are you chasing something you don't want to chase?
I'm gonna make the most money doing it. I mean,
but you get the money then.
Wrong answer, you're fucked.
Don't get me wrong.
Another trap.
I don't dislike it, but if I was gonna go into career,
you said I don't want to.
Yeah, because I'd rather do YouTube, but I'm not gonna expect to make money off of YouTube.
Why not?
You can't. I can't. I feel like it's.
You can.
Risky.
You can.
It's a risky move right there.
How's it risk?
If I spend so much time working on one thing and it doesn't go to plan, then
how do you're gonna fail though? You're gonna fail regardless, right? You're gonna post a video, doesn't do that good.
You will fail,
right?
But you can succeed in like maybe 20 years from now. 20 years from now is a long way.
Okay, let's say your parents let you do whatever you want. What would you have done? If your parents were not in the mix, right? What would you have done?
Honestly, I would have went for computer science either way.
So you're just using your parents as an excuse?
No, I would have taken school as seriously. I would have went for the minimum GPA. Probably I would. Just focused a lot less on school. I would have skipped.
So it's the idea of what your parents are going to think or how are they going to judge you that drives you more?
My parents pushed me to like make the right decisions. They're trying to influence my decisions on like things that they believe will succeed. I mean, obviously they don't believe in my cooking channel. My dad's not sitting there watching me on his phone.
Right. My parents don't believe in the podcast that I do or like the other stuff that I do. Doesn't mean I need to stop doing it. Because their vision's very limited compared to
that's
mine.
your vision. That's not their vision.
Michael, the reason I ask you this, right, is because I see a lot of people out there who they go to college, they do things just because their parents tell them to. I'm not saying you mean that's just the case for you, but from like what you said, you know what I mean, I kind of got the vibes from that.
Yeah.
And we have to understand as like people, the viewers and all of us, that it's like our parents want the best for us, but they might not know what the best is for us, right?
Yeah.
Ignorance that.
Right? This is a new world, right? Compared to the world that they used to live in. And so it's like YouTube, like if I'm going to go do YouTube, bro, like they don't know anything about that. So of course it's like
they won't support it.
Exactly, they won't support it. And so like my whole thing is like, right, how would you go about even finding that thing for you? Like if you had all the money in the world, what would you do?
I would just do YouTube. That's all I would do. I mean, as of being my interest now is YouTube. I'm going to stick with YouTube.
That's good, and you do, like from you tell me, you have adrenaline, you get adrenaline from it, you feel good, and that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
Dude, the fact that you're in your car thinking about your ideas and also matching the music beat to what you're gonna do, like that means you really are looking forward to what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
And spending 3 hours on a 10-second video, that shows a lot. That means you're really trying to put in the work.
What people don't understand is that their car ride, that maybe 15 minutes long, is the best place to brainstorm. You have all the peace, you can put on your music, you can think of whatever you want to think. Mm-hmm. That's what I spend my time doing, thinking about YouTube.
I disagree.
What do you disagree?
Listen to podcasts.
But it's a similar notion.
Well, there's multiple ways to get creative ideas.
Podcast is
well, you're in a creative element.
Well, I have some car rides with podcasts on, some car rides with my thoughts on.
Okay, no, that's valid. I'm sorry. I didn't listen to the whole thing.
Here's the thing. If you had two choices, right? Say you had to make $100 in doing what you love and $200. I'm just like taking small numbers so it's easy. Yeah. It's like 200 doing what your parents want you to do, or like going after computer science. Like, which one would you honestly do?
So
you're making less money in what you really love doing, and you're making a little more in something that you really like.
I would rather. I'd rather make less money and doing something that I would rather prefer doing.
Yeah.
And being happy, because you do work. Oh, I don't know the exact number, but you work a lot of your life. Mm-hmm. You don't want to be miserable your life.
Exactly.
I'm not saying computer science is miserable, but I definitely prefer doing my hobby.
I don't know.
Computer science brings a lot of opportunity.
I think what makes the things we love so beautiful is how sacred they are.
Meaning,
if he were to do it every day, at some point, it's natural in us that we would lose our passion and he wouldn't love it anymore. So the fact that, for example, like soccer, that I didn't play every day is what made it so special. And we can all agree with this, the fact that we can only go to the gym. If we were to spend all our time in the gym, we wouldn't like it. And that's for a fact. That's for a fucking fact. That's psychology. You can't debate that. You want to debate that? Talk to the wall.
Well, when it comes to purpose, right? Yeah, there's when it comes to passion, there's purpose, right? Sometimes
everyone's passion will eventually die out.
Every day.
Everyone's passion eventually dies out.
That's why you need discipline, bro. Sometimes that's why you need discipline.
Yes, but I'm referring to doing what you love. You can't do what you love all the time. You can't always do what you love because
you won't love it anymore. If you were getting paid for what you love to do,
it's true though. No.
Would you stop loving it?
Yes, if you did it for an extended period of time, that's naturally inherent to
you would stop.
No, but it's the idea that you won't love it anymore. I'm not saying stop. I'm not saying
I think if you truly
not gonna love it though.
What?
Who said you're not gonna love it?
You can't love something for all your life.
What is love?
That's what you think.
Love is just a feeling,
no. That's
right?
Psychology. That's not what I think.
What do you mean? Okay, who said this? And
there is an element to this where what he's saying is correct.
But he's really taking it as if it's black and white, like doing it all all your life. You have different things in life. You have to make your life colorful than just doing one thing. Like the example that he gave me, if you were to spend like all your day in the gym or most of your time in the gym and say nothing else, that would be like a
to do what you love and be successful. You have to vote at least, let's say, for example, 8 hours a day. Am I wrong?
But if you truly love something, you're not going to lose passion for it. You're always going to do something that's growing that specific channel or content, whatever it is. You're always doing something.
Well, can I say this? Like, here's what my element that I'm talking about. Explain it. Let's say we took someone who works at an aquarium, right? And every day they get to. This is a biologist, just graduated college. They can't wait to study animals because this is their passion. They love it, right? Every day they get to see the whale jump out, right? And woo, la la la. It's exciting. But the first day she comes into work and she sees it. I don't know why I said the whale jumps out. Whoever the fuck jumps out, right?
Dolphin.
Yeah, dolphins. It's a great thing. I love this so much. And okay, well, tomorrow, same thing, and then tomorrow, the same thing, and tomorrow, and then all of a sudden, for the past year, 5 days a week, I see the same thing. That shock, that stimulation, kind of dies out a little bit. So I see the element where you're coming to this, but it's also.
But would you ever get bored to the point where you don't want to see it ever again? That's what we're talking about. Because you can always find something fascinating about
is that
a dolphin jumping up or like a whale.
That's not what he's talking about, though.
Okay.
Look at any athlete.
Okay. What? You think Ronaldo ever lost passion towards soccer?
Well, not yet. But you know he will.
What, when he's going to be old and can't play professional soccer? Is that what you're saying?
Potentially.
I feel like
also a matter of
emotions here. We just assume that there's
that's true. These are assumptions.
we don't really know. Like, let's really think about it. We don't really know.
Can you name one? No, seriously. Can you name one time?
You think Michael Jordan's just like, nah, I don't like basketball no more.
Eventually, his love for it
died
down, not to zero, not to zero. He didn't say
Everything dies eventually.
He quit basketball.
Everything is temporary. Everything dies eventually.
Yes.
Mogs, what do you think?
I think I'm up when you can't do it, but I think every day of your work, let's say you're a pharmacist, every day is a different day. I don't think it's the same exact. You're dealing with different things every day. I still think it's different. Like soccer, you're playing different teams every day.
Yeah, you're doing something different.
I think it's similar what you're doing, but not the interactions that you're having.
And I think it's a mindset thing too. If you go into something saying eventually this is gonna end and I'm not gonna love this anymore. That's what makes
it beautiful. Is the point that it's gonna end.
That's not what I'm saying. If you're gonna go in the mindset with this is eventually gonna die out, I'm not gonna love this anymore, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. It might actually die out earlier than you expected because you prompt your mind about it that you will die out and it doesn't last. But if you have the mindset of finding every single day something fascinating, something that keeps you going on that specific goal that you're chasing, the love's never really gonna die. And sometimes love can actually grow to finding even more things into it that makes it better. Like going to the gym, say for a year, right? And then compared to going there for 2 years, you see something better that's in it that you didn't see that a year ago. You find something that's even better, whether that's for your health or you find something that brings you more fulfillment in that specific field than you did a year ago.
That's very true. It's the idea of study perspective.
So I think it's a mindset
certain
thing.
Situations. You should have that mindset in certain situations of it's going to end one day, so be grateful for it every day. And then you should also have that time where you should perceive it in that perspective of trying to grow. It's the study of perspective. Yeah. What I'm very fascinated about.
Yeah, but to say that, everything dies out and your love isn't going to last and all that kind of stuff, I don't think it's a good mindset. That's what I'm just trying to say.
It's true. It does give me nihilistic ideals to it.
It's how you perceive it. I perceive it as a good thing because it makes it that much more special. But if you want to perceive it in a negative manner, that's your call. It's a matter of perception.
I think it's like
it's always a matter of perception.
It's more like a fixed way that you're thinking. It's like, eventually, like the passion's just gonna run out. But what if I just say no? What if I find so many more different ways?
Well, then you'll be wrong.
What? Yeah, but dude, you're just capping my my mindset now. You're just capping
that
my
itself,
mindset.
Look, you just said it's perspective, but when he made a point, you just said it's not going to be that way. So you're making more like an objective claim and saying that it's
subjective. My mindset. You can't be doing that.
I agree with your statement in the way that I think everything in life is a phase. Everything that you go through is a phase. Whether it be people that think that they're vaping, they're addicted their whole life. They're not addicted. It's a phase. I believe everything's a phase. But I do agree with Sadula if you go into a lifelong career thinking that you're going to die out of it in like a couple of years.
I think you won't find the purpose on what... Okay, why are you even pursuing it if it's going to die out completely? Yeah. You're not going to have interest in it and you're going to get so bored out of it.
That's
What's
exactly
the point of
why
starting
I'm going to pursue it.
Why?
It's going to die.
It's going to end. But why is it your perception?
That's what's beautiful about it. It's sacred. I'm only going to love it for so long.
But why not?
I'm going to make every day the best possible. Because I know one day it's going to end. You're seeing the negative. I'm seeing the bright. That's it.
No. I do see the positive in that eventually it's going to end. So I'm going to have to love it. But what?
I'm only seeing the positive. You're only seeing the negative.
No, that's a fixed mindset.
What?
Fixed mind. I don't think fixed mindset is positive though.
I see the good in it. I'm not thinking of it as fixed.
But the way you're explaining it literally shows that you are having a fixed mindset on it's eventually going to die out, so that's really the point of it.
It's just different mindsets.
Yeah,
Can't
you're right.
change it.
Let's go transition to questions.
we
Oh
should probably
yeah.
get to
Any
five
final
questions
thoughts?
now. You're a great speaker, Michael. Thank you.
Yeah, dude, just
appreciate
pursue
it.
your passion, what you really love,
What would you guys
what
do?
makes you happy.
If you guys had all the money, would you guys pursue podcasting?
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
I
here's
personally
what
would.
I'll do. I'll try to leave an impact somehow that
Leave
even
an
that I
impact.
really want to work on.
A good way to be remembered, you mean?
Yeah, almost like a legacy. Almost work on
Yeah.
creating things. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
I would definitely
Something.
do a podcast. Podcast is something that I enjoy for the reason of I love having conversations with people. I love getting to meet new people.
Definitely builds a
And
skill of
yeah,
talking.
exactly. That too. And when you're a curious person, you just enjoy, trying to get new knowledge and new information out of something, out of someone, and always trying to learn something new, because there's always something that you don't know that somebody else does. And if you have a conversation with them long enough, you will realize that. So, I don't know. Podcast is something that I always liked, always will like, in my opinion.
Mhm.
So, yeah, even if I have all the money in the world, I would still love to do podcasting.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think I would save, or I would just spend it all on like building the
Penguins.
world's most dangerous explosive bomb, and I drop it right in the middle of England.
England.
Fucking hate the British.
Anybody watching from British?
Where did this
Britain, I
come
guess.
from?
Dude, like it's gonna be like a huge fucking missile out of the sky. You look up. The
What
Brits-
happened to words or energy?
The Brits.
Wait,
are, the
where's
Brits
this
are-
coming from?
The Brits, bro. The Brits.
What did they do to us? What did they do to you?
Mates, I don't know. Okay, I just want to drop it.
You just want to drop it somewhere.
Bomb.
Somewhere.
That's what
he
I'm
wants
trying to
drop
get
it.
at.
That's so evil, bro.
Do it in the desert.
That's what
Where
I'm
did that
trying
come
to
from?
get at. I want a bomb.
But bro said some wholesome
And next thing he's gonna say it was just a joke,
It was just a joke, guys.
and then we tell them words or
That's a good
energy, and
question.
then
I think everybody.
bring up something
I
like
don't
that.
think
it's
I've
just
ever
hypocrisy.
had that question
You don't have
once.
to
What
take
would
it
you
so
do
deep.
if you had all?
I get the
I think
whole,
it's just
like,
hypocrisy.
I'm definitely a sports guy. I would
You
love
would
to
play
just
sports?
actually genuinely get to enjoy watching sports whenever
Watching
I
or
work.
playing?
Both. I just love it.
All
Everything
sports?
about it. All sports, man.
Oh yeah, sports are definitely.
Put me with the
very-
ball and I'm attached.
Yeah. Anything outdoors and physical is definitely good.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I love that shit.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's
we
ask
have
the five
five
questions, yeah.
questions for every guest, and then at the end we have a question from a previous guest, and then you get to ask a question to our next guest. First question: what is your best advice to somebody in life?
Keep chasing your dreams no matter what they are. Unless it's something completely outrageous like selling cocaine.
I didn't say I'm selling it.
Or buying.
I'm giving it out for free.
Bombing England?
Yeah.
I didn't say I'm selling it. I'm giving it out for free.
Or that?
Who
Yeah.
said I'm selling it?
Yeah.
I got my handwork.
Yeah, right. Like, bro.
So just pursue your dreams, your passion,
Yeah.
because it's for you.
Ignore everyone that tries to get you onto different paths. And follow what you want to do.
That's
The
amazing.
ultimate goal. Stick with the ultimate goal.
I like that.
What is it that keeps you going? What's your drive?
I gotta say, definitely money. I mean, definitely have a passion for money. Everyone does. Everybody wants to be a millionaire at this age. Everybody watching this podcast is gonna want to be successful. Yeah.
When do you think you will get to that goal? When do you think you will get to that goal?
The money, I don't think about the money, but that definitely is like a very long-term goal. But what keeps me going right now is my hobby. I chose this as my hobby. Something that makes me happy, and I enjoy seeing every day. Looking at my analytics, like I said, I'm getting adrenaline from it. I would definitely say it's a very fun hobby.
What if your views just drop? What happens then?
I
What
would
if your
still
adrenaline
post.
doesn't? Yeah, you would still post?
I would still post. Yeah. And I would always look back at myself and see how my YouTube videos improved over time
Exactly.
and how I've changed as a person. I think that's very fascinating.
Yeah, that's important.
That's good.
What do you value the most in a person?
What I value the most, speaking broadly, pride personalities, of course, but people's values, I think, are very interesting. What people,
So their morals, their ethics? is
yeah,
that
people's values. Everybody has different values, I think. Whether it be family or money, everyone has different values. Yeah.
Love that.
That's good.
What do you see as a problem in today's society, and how do you think you can overcome it?
Okay, number one problem in today's society is social media. It has to be social media.
It has to.
Yeah.
Bro's on social media.
I'm becoming
Bro
becoming
is
a
the
bro.
social media.
Yeah, social
Can't
media
fix
is
the
okay.
problem.
How am I supposed to watch my content?
And how do you think? How do you think you like one can solve that kind of problem?
If you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah, right. Definitely winning. Understanding how much time you're putting into your phone and the things that are influencing you on the internet and removing them. Maybe not completely, but stop looking at them as much. Like, I don't understand those girls that are getting influenced by these models. They're trying to go anorexic and look like them, and like when skinny girls think they're fat. I don't see how that happens. How I think social media is a big problem for girls.
Yeah. With everybody in general, but it's like
Yeah.
people have these idols that they look up to. They're like,
Yeah.
if I don't look like that guy, that's it. Like, I don't look good.
I see it more with girls, but it's also with guys.
No,
Yeah.
it's definitely for girls worse.
Yeah, I think
agree.
More emotionally
for
attaching. Yeah.
example, like 12, 13-year-olds start wearing makeup. In what world? My grandma doesn't even wear makeup.
Dude, people back then didn't wear makeup. Like,
yeah,
Makeup can't cover up wrinkles.
yeah.
Just saying.
That is
Yep.
true.
what is one negative thing that you hear frequently and you just disagree with completely?
One negative thing that I hear frequently and I disagree with.
Or some kind of negativity around you. Doesn't have to be towards you, but just anything in general.
Sure, I understand.
Yeah, you would.
One negative thing that I hear that I don't agree with, when people have goals and they just say it won't happen or it's impossible.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
Anything's possible. I think if you put the time, you will achieve it. If you put the time and the mindset and you really try, you can achieve almost anything in this world.
Like, it goes back to Michael's question when he said, "Who said that?" Like, really, who said something that somebody has a goal about is impossible? Who said it?
Josh, what is that
You
one?
know what you said earlier in the podcast?
What?
You said I can't make a living with the content creation. I remember that. I remember that.
I
guess
can't-
what?
I
Guess
can't,
what?
But maybe in 20 years I can. I said.
But guess what? You can.
It-
You
it
just
can
said you
take-
can.
it-
Yeah, I can.
I can, but
You can find a way.
But what?
The world is
But what?
You will
but it
find a
can
way.
take a lot of time, and I
That's
don't.
perfectly
That's
fine,
okay,
bro.
yeah.
I
If you love what you do,
But you
then it doesn't matter how
can.
I
much
can't
time it
afford
takes.
to wait 20 years.
Boing.
I'm just saying. Don't say you can't. Don't say you can't.
No, of course, yeah. I mean, anything can happen.
I'm gonna hold you accountable, boy.
Big.
I'm gonna hold you
Be the
accountable,
next
boy.
biggest podcast in the
Yeah,
world.
let's actually hold him accountable. We'll hold
Yeah,
you
boy.
accountable.
Facts.
Hold me
Yeah,
accountable.
You're
Yes,
cooking
sir.
for us after now.
Oh
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Collab with Bros Think Big.
I think if anyone sat down and really did what they wanted to do, they would achieve whatever it is.
GG's.
Yeah, fuck that.
Camera died.
That's
one.
not the main question. Oh, Josh.
Yeah.
Question. Yes. So
Question from the last guest.
pause. Pause.
What we like to do is we have our previous guest ask a question for our
Yeah.
next guest, and you're gonna do the same thing after
So
you
someone
ask a
asks
question.
questions.
You're gonna ask a
Not
question for our
another
next
guest.
guest.
Interesting.
You just don't know who the next
I
guest
like
is.
that you guys do that.
Yeah. Are you ready?
So it's thought.
Oh my God.
This question is from Chris. Shout out, Chris. You did a phenomenal job.
Oh yeah.
If heaven and hell are on earth, what would be your heaven and what would be your hell?
Damn.
Whew. That's deep.
You want me to read
can
that
I
out
s-
again?
I got it. I got it. Heaven being. Okay, my heaven would definitely be my success, having a high net worth, having a lot of money, and having a great family in the future when I do have one. And my hell would definitely be the opposite. Not, I guess, yeah, my hell would be being broke and having no friends,
Living in your
being
parents'
depressed.
basement.
That would be hell. Yes. That would definitely.
Very well said.
Now you gotta ask the next question. It could be anything for the next guest. You don't know. That's a catch. You don't know the next guest.
I don't know who the next guest is.
It can be you again.
Okay, we see.
Like something like crazy deep.
Yeah. Something challenging. Something that's gonna make somebody think. That's gonna keep them
Would you rather
saying.
kill your mom or dad?
What the
Dude, you just said you're picking between two good questions and you come up with that? Come on, bro.
Way left field. That shit was
That was
way
possessed.
left field.
And you said you got two good ones.
I'm saying that.
That's like some like brain rot question.
That is.
Holy shit, bro! What the fuck?
No, I can't say that.
No.
Yeah, you're good, bro.
Yeah, why did you say that in the first place?
Yeah, you can.
I can?
What's your question, please? Please be better.
Okay. What? Okay. Would you rather live forever with your dad or with your mom?
That's fine. That's a good
Yeah.
question.
That's a way better than the first one.
It's
Trust me, way
it's
better.
closely related to the first one, which is why I'm laughing. And you don't know the first one, yeah.
Okay, make it this. Would you rather have it be your mom getting the milk or your dad?
It's not even getting funny, bro.
Getting the milk?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's fine.
And they don't come back. You know what that's
It's
saying?
fine if we just pop. Here's the thing: you can just think about it later, like actual good question and honest question, than this type of stuff, and we can just put it up on the screen. Is that better for you?
Okay.
All right, let's do that.
Okay.
Because these questions are not getting any better, bro. You're just messing around. Quote of the day. We like quote of the day for the guest. So QOFD.
You get to read that
You
out
get to
there.
read that.
Everyone needs to pick one of two pains. Pain of regret or pain of discipline. By unknown.
By unknown. You sure there's no author for this?
I don't know.
Josh.
I don't know.
Josh unknown Nico.
Anyways, the reason we chose this quote for you is because you went out of your way to start the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And you could have either said to yourself before starting, no, I don't want to do this, and you would have went to live on with that regret, or you could have said, I will continue to do this, I will fight through the pain, and I will enjoy it. That being the discipline.
Yes, sir.
Beautifully said.
Shout. Where'd you get the LED Trident? That thing looks fire. We are unstoppable on YouTube. You are
I bought
unstoppable.
it on Temu. I don't know where it is. I don't have the app. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Just put a Trident on Team or Trident LED.
LED trying.
No, we moved
comment
into
down-
a Trident. We just search up LED lights on TV.
Oh, you already did.
It
yeah.
didn't. It
LED
it's like I
lights.
think 9 blocks.
Yeah, you can do different
Black.
patterns and different
Exactly.
shapes.
And it was like
Wow.
$70 if that helps. I don't know. That's like all I remember. I'm
50.
sorry.
54.
Or if we find a link, we're gonna drop it in the
Checking out.
description. Actually,
Hmm?
if we find a link,
Yeah,
we're just gonna
I
drop it
can
in
go
the
look for it
description.
and then I'll
Yeah.
drop it. Or I'll go back to that comment and then I'll send it to you.
Yeah, reply. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I think that was a great episode. Had a really great conversations. Michael, again, thank you for
Thank you for
coming
being on, man.
Yeah,
It
you
was
were
great
great.
talking with you.
All of it was wonderful, and you're a wonderful guest.
Guys, subscribe to BrosThinkBig. They did a really good job setting
Let's
this up.
put your
things in the title. Put your, like your.
all the links are going to be in there. Yeah.
Mr.
Oh, we
Moggs.
didn't mention that. Yeah. Make sure
Dude,
you
yeah.
check out his channel.
Is it Moggs?
Really
or
entertaining, really funny.
Mr. Moggs.
Mr. Moggs.
I
I,
guess
I love
Let's say
your
Mr.
apron.
Moggs.
I love your apron, by the way.
Thank you. It is Mr. Moggs.
There's no dot, right? MR, no dot, MRGS.
Yeah, it's capital MRMOGS.
Everything's good.
There you go.
Be in the description, and make sure you go check out his channel.
Yeah,
With
it's
that
fire.
being said, we like to finish off our videos with Think
Think
Big,
Grow Big.
Big.